This morning, pro golfer Grayson Murray's family grieving the loss of a beloved son and brother, whose death at age 30 they call a nightmare. His parents saying in a statement, "Life wasn't always easy for Grayson, and although he took his own life, we know he rests peacefully now." The golf world devastated by the loss of the two-time PGA Tour winner.
We get so worked up out here about, bad break here or good break there. Look, we all want to beat each other. And then something like this happens and you realize that we're all just humans.
Late Friday, Murray suddenly withdrew from the Charles Schwab Challenge in Fort Worth, citing an illness.
Grayson had dealt with challenges, mental health challenges. He was open about it.
On Saturday morning, PGA Commissioner Jay Monahan broke the news of his death, saying Murray's parents were adamant the tournament should go on, with players wearing red and black ribbons on Sunday to honor Murray's hometown Carolina Hurricanes. Murray burst onto the pro golf scene playing in the U.S. Open at just 19 years old, capturing his first PGA Tour title in 2017. But 6 winless years would follow. His struggles with alcoholism and mental health, his toughest opponents.
Not ashamed that I go through depression, anxiety.
So when he dramatically won the Sony Open title earlier this year,
and Grayson Murray has pulled it off. He's a winner again.
It seems as if Murray had made a career comeback. After the victory, he reflected on what it took to get there.
I would not be in this position right now today if I didn't, put that drink down 8 months ago.
Tributes pouring in from his fellow players on social media. Ricky Fowler writing, "I wish there was something I could have done." Bubba Watson remembering, "I was just hugging you at the Masters, telling you how proud of you I am."
Don't assume that our athletes, those who perform at the highest level, have it all together. They are just human beings.
And Grayson's parents ask that we please honor him by being kind to one another. They say if that becomes his legacy, they could ask for nothing else. If you or anyone you know need help or need someone to talk to, please call or text the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You see that number on your screen, 988. Guys.
Incredibly important resource there. Kaylee, thank you so much.
Street, what's going on, baby?
What's up, bro?
Yeah, man. Some sad news by him. That actually happened, I want to say 2 days ago. But again, so much goes on. We had Bill Walton pass away that same day. We talked about it yesterday. And again, I'm not in the golf world. I didn't know the gentleman, but again, it comes across our timeline, and it's so sad, so unfortunate. And we started talking about mental health, and that's something a lot of people don't talk about. I know Charlamagne the God makes a big push about it on the Breakfast Club and so many others. What's your takes on it, bro? Excuse me.
Yeah, bro. I think life is. I was just talking to a young kid today about this. I think the biggest battle in your life is in your head. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Yeah, the biggest hurdle that you cross is in your head. It's the biggest defender in the room. And a lot of people succumb to it. From the outside looking in, you're like, man, he's on the PGA Tour. Nice looking guy, no Diddy. Like he got it going on, right? But in his head, it's the fight. Yeah, and I mean, you gotta get help. Go talk to somebody. I don't know, especially in our community, bro. We swear something wrong with you if somebody suggests you go get some help or go talk to somebody. But mentally, bro, like sometimes your mental need to be fixed, man. Hey, man, I'll tell a quick story really fast, man. Get personal with y'all. Like, hey, as you know, my little brother mentally checked out a few months ago. Mm-hmm. And if you wasn't inside with me, you wouldn't have thought it was real. Yeah. My little brother was a truck driver driving down the street and in the middle of nowhere, stopped the truck, got out, thought somebody was chasing him, was missing for 3 days. Mentally, he kind of checked out for a few months. We had to find him. I drove to Atlanta looking for him. Eventually got him home. He came home, sat on the couch. Mentally, he battled for a while. And then he was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally, he kind of got his mental back. And you hear those things, and the first thing people want to say, there's drugs. You know what I'm saying? No, bro, your mental going down is just like you getting sick. Like sometimes your mental get off track and you got to get back on track.
True story. True story.
Right. So the people think it is weak. People think it is, nah, bro. Like you catch a cold, you break an arm. Sometimes your mental breaks, whatever we want to call it, and it needs to be fixed. And if it can, like I work with a lot of people in corrections that they were permanently mentally ill. Street, man, what you tell people that be following you all the time, man? Like, how you tell them to stop? What you talking about, Kev? Like, the people, they follow me. Kev, you in jail. You're here by yourself. Who's following you? They better not be following you. Mentally,
Right.
he thought somebody was following him. And he had medication to take, you know what I'm saying? So, bro, yeah, man, I mean, the stuff is real, Hazen. I'm sick of us seeing a dude running down the street with his drawers on, boxing in the air. We be like, look at crazy Craig. Nah, something wrong with Craig.
Yeah.
But we think it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
We all seen it.
Yeah, to your point, man, and I guess mental health and has really been a big push. You always hear Brandon Marshall talk about it. He went and got help, I believe, somewhere in Boston. I believe it was a hospital, somewhere in Boston. He makes a big push about it as well. And we all got those stories, right? You always hear, like you say, we kind of push out, man, that dude crazy. And here's a falsehood. Because we see this great athlete, you don't even have to be an athlete. We see a strong person in your community. Some people look up to their fathers or their mothers. But what people don't realize, they holding a lot of weight. And eventually you get tired. And I'm not talking physical weight. I'm talking mental weight. And you get tired. Your father or your mother or even you right now may be the head of your household. You have a lot of mental weight. How to pay these bills, pay this. Do my kids have money for school? Do they have this? Can I afford that? It's so many different things you're trying to navigate through every day. Every day. You know what I mean? Every day you wake up, 99.9% of us are solving problems. We're solving problems every day. When you wake up, put your feet on the floor, you're solving a problem. And that can be overbearing, man. And we look at these players and athletes, and that's why I don't get into calling athletes trash. May not be very good. I'm not going to ever call them trash. That's why I tell people, yeah, it's easy to do that in the comment section. People can say that's soft. But at the end of the day, they've made it to a particular level that 99.9% of us have never made it to. And, because they don't meet our expectations, they trash this, that, and the third. And I'm going on to say all this to say, you never know what anybody's holding inside. And a lot of people are trying to take care of, and that's what we try to tie this back kind of into the sport piece, and especially we talk about these young athletes where we, as older guys like me and probably you and some older people, call them kids. We can call them young men, young adults, whatever. But these kids are holding a lot of that burden, dog. Do you know how many 17-year-olds are holding the burden of taking care of their household? I got to take care of my mama, my 5, 6, 7 brothers, sisters. You hear Shannon Sharp talk about it. His whole goal was to get his grandmother out of that house with a leaky roof and get her a bathroom. Now, he made it. So that burden got lighter. But imagine if he didn't. How many of those kids don't make it? And now they feel like they failed inside. Not that they're a failure, but that they have failed. That burden get heavy, boy.
Mm-hmm.
And I go from being this star athlete, I'm supposed to make it. Everybody's predicting and projecting I'm going to make it, and I don't. How you think them kids feel in the transfer portal? The majority of those kids were the man at their high school. They was the man when they walked through. And you floating in the portal. Imagine what that kid feel like sitting on the couch and everybody starting camp today. And he's still in the portal, floating.
Yeah.
So that's what
coaches
you never...
Coaches knew they couldn't stop them from calling them. Won't even answer the phone.
Right. Blow them a phone up. Had to get a new phone number.
Right.
So now you turn both phones back on, hoping somebody gonna call that old number. and I'm being for real. And your mama sitting in the house. It's 80 y'all in a 1-bedroom apartment. Bro, I had a player used to sleep on the balcony of the apartment because he said it was cooler. That's where he slept. Outside on the balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
What?
Yeah, because they wouldn't cut the air on because it costs money.
Wow.
See, that's what I'm saying. And we talking about today in the 2000s, 2020s, sleeping on the balcony, dog.
Right.
Yeah, bro. I mean, and a lot of these players go through some tough stuff. A lot of people, not just players, but we hear more about the players because of who they are. You know what I mean? So we hear their story. But if for every one player that you hear, multiply that probably times 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 10,000. That's happening everywhere in the world. Somebody brought up Junior Seau. Thank you, Emmett. Junior Seau. Nobody would have known Junior Seau was going through those things. Robin Williams, the comedian. His job was to make people laugh, dog, and he was suffering inside. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, I think that happens often too.
Often, bro.
Yeah, I think that happens often.
Often. And I tell people this, we do these shows, and there's some days I don't feel like doing them. I'll be honest with you. But I get in that mode. All right, boy, coach, hey, I climb. As soon as I hit that end stream, I'll be like, all right, boy, I got to do this. I got to fix that. I got to make this happen. I got to do this. Like, you just bomb. So a lot of times when you see people in front of a camera, a lot of times they're acting. And they're not actors. They're putting on. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is, man. Shout out to 189 people in the building and whoever's going to watch this. If you saw that clip we played earlier, there was a hotline on there. I don't remember the number, but there was a hotline on there for you. If you do need help, reach out to somebody. Don't be ashamed. It is what it is, dog. We rather have you here and we could talk it out than, the latter. I guess is the best way to say it, man. But Street, we here for part 2, man. We in Myrtle Beach today, man. Took the private jet. We gassed up the jet. And I said, man, let's stop in Myrtle Beach. Yeah, we stopped in Myrtle Beach right there, man. You see the water. It's all dingy looking. It don't look like Myrtle Beach? I've been through there a couple of times, but never been there.
I used to live in Wilmington, North Carolina, where Michael Jordan is from. Myrtle Beach was 45 minutes away. So one summer, I was like, man, I'm going to go to Myrtle Beach for the weekend and get a hotel. I'm thinking I'm finna hotel. It's Myrtle Beach, $200. Bro, the hotels were nice. They were like $45 a night. I was confused, but it was like close to winter.
You sounds confused.
You're like a baller. I'm a fly and bring them to this. I was like, dog, nice hotels, and they were cheap.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's funny, man. That boy say, man.
Confused. I was lost, bro. I was like $45. Yeah. Because I guess wintertime they don't really get any, you know what I'm saying, business. It ain't like Miami where people gonna come through regardless.
Right.
It's Myrtle Beach, yeah. And I went there for Bike Week.
Yeah, I never made it for Bike Week. Never made it for Bike Week. It was crazy. I bet it was. I bet it was. How crazy was it? I know you weren't a part of this, but what part? Give us a crazy story that you heard about, if you understand what. There's something that you just heard about.
Man, these dudes stayed in that. 4 dudes stayed in the house with 4 girls. Man, they ain't even know them. You met them that day. I was shut down for 2 days.
So what room you stayed in? I mean, my bad. What room they stayed in?
I got a horrific story I'll tell you after this, bro. Oh my god. Horrific, bro. Cannot be told live.
I got a crazy, just quick story. You know, Virginia. I'm in Virginia, so Virginia Beach is Memorial Weekend. We college students. One of our college friends get lost. Well, he don't get lost. He disappears. We have no idea what it is. Remember, this before cell phones, ain't no internet, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, people actually got lost, right?
Like, think about a group of us, 10, 15 of us walking. And you turn around and be like, what dog, where he at? Like lost, bro. Gone, vanished. Like some X-Files type stuff. Bruh. Everybody else about, you know, we up here woozy. I'm up, dog. I'm like, man, what is dude at? So anyway, I end up calling police departments, dog. End up finding the dude. He gets locked up. You know what he went to jail for?
What?
Jaywalking, bro. Police snatched him because what it was, I remember us being at this light, and you know the police out there to call. He like, come on. He must have been stopped or talking to a girl or something like that, and he tried to run across the street. They snatched him up, put him in the paddy wagon, dog. Took him downtown. We didn't even know what happened to the dude, bro. You know, back then you don't know people's phone numbers by heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't know. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. But anyway, I went down there and got him out of Virginia Beach about 7:30 that morning. But anyhow, and just got in like 3:30 that morning.
You wanna put up the polls?
Yeah. So we'll do a quick recap, man. We went through the top 25 of USA Today's post spring poll. So people, this is the post spring poll through USA Today. And they also have a comparison up here with 247. We stopped at 10. So this is part 2. So we're going to go ahead and start off. We got all the way to 10, ending it out with Penn State. So quick recap for those that may just be coming in and didn't watch it yesterday. They have Georgia at 1, Ohio State at 2, Texas Longhorns at 3, Oregon Ducks at 4, Notre Dame at 5, LSU at 6, Alabama at 7, Florida State at 8, Clemson at 9, and Penn State at 10. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off right here with 11. And 11 being the Ole Miss Rebels. The Ole Miss Rebels. 247 has them ranked number 6. Now, the Ole Miss Rebels at 11. Let us know in the chat if you agree, disagree. Let us know in the chat what you think, what number you think. Ole Miss put 5, Ole Miss 22, whatever you want to say. You agree or disagree with this, Street?
Bro, I've been hearing a lot about Ole Miss. Actually sat down with old Austin Simmons this morning. He was a backup quarterback. Actually, he was taking starting reps and doing a spring. And he says he believes this is the most talented Ole Miss team they've had in a long time. They got 8 running backs. they keep coming up in every conversation how many running backs they got.
And they lost a major one, Quishon Judkins. Yeah.
They picked up Juice Wells. I actually know Juice Wells personally, the South Carolina wide receiver. Stocky kid, one of those Jarvis Landry guys. Can play. They picked up Juice Wells. Who they lost? They lost Quishon Judkins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they bring back Jackson Dart, the dude with a private jet NIL.
That boy on the airplane.
That boy got a private jet. Fly your miles.
So you agree with 11?
Yeah, I agree with 11, man. Maybe probably a little higher from what everybody's saying, but they gotta prove themselves, man. I was high on them last year, and they walked into Georgia and got stopped. They were undefeated. Hey, what we talking about?
Well, here's what I'll say. Y'all know I like Lane Kiffin. I like his mentality. I think he's got the crib in him, dog. He just don't know it. Here's what I will say about Ole Miss right now. Ole Miss is a team currently that will hurt you. Hey, Miss Mostan. Ole Miss, first of all, giving Lane Kiffin credit. During the COVID year was 5-5. Okay. He gave Ole Miss their first 10-win season ever.
Really?
Ever. Yeah. Regular season, not including bowl game. Now, they've had some 10-win seasons, but that included a bowl game win. Hugh Freeze was the last one to do it, but they were 9-3, won the bowl game, made them 10-3. Lane Kiffin gives Ole Miss their first 10-win season ever. Also, looking at the rankings, this is the highest AP ranking AP ranking that I've seen, except back in 20. Nope, I apologize. Yep. 2014 and 15, they were ranked 3. So they were currently ranked 8, 7, and 9th since Kiffin has been there. Last year, they were the previous year they were 8-5, and then last year they were 11-2. So out of the 4 seasons, he's had 2 10-win seasons. Here's my only issue. If you're losing to the teams that are winning the Natty, I really can't trip, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, if you're losing to the team that's winning the Natty, I think he's got it. Defense definitely has to tighten up. But one thing I will say about Lane Kiffin, he has done more with less. And Oxford, Mississippi is not a great place to recruit. It's nothing, no shout out to the people from Mississippi, but Oxford, Mississippi is not a recruiting hotbed. It's like kind of like Starksville in Mississippi State. I've been to Starksville. Right. So I think they should be a tad bit higher, somewhere between, I'll give them 8 and 10, somewhere 8, 9, and 10, somewhere in there. Not far off. This is not far off, but I do think they're going to I think they're going to be a problem this year. That I do.
I didn't realize, I'm looking at Ole Miss record like the last 20, 30 years. Right. Mm-hmm. You're right. Lane Kiffin has turned this thing around, bro. I didn't realize like since 2016, Ole Miss 5-7, 6-6, 5-7, 4-8, 5-5. And I know everybody's gonna say, but they're in the SEC. Listen, my guy, I'm so sick of that. Like when you're in a conference and you're playing a team over and over and over again, you think Ole Miss is scared of Georgia? No. You think they're scared of Alabama? No. You play them every year. They look at Auburn like it's like nothing. It's, you know what I'm saying? So I don't buy into that. Conference games, a lot of times, if you got a coach like Lane Kiffin, it could go either way.
It could. And I think he don't have respect for these people. Like he respects them, but he doesn't have respect for them. Does that make sense? Like, bro, my head coach out here waving at the Tennessee fans like, hey, how y'all doing? like, dog, the dude is cut. But again, right? I don't know. I'm just cut different, man. I think Lane got that Miami in him, dog. But let's push on because we won't get through that. We had to do a part 3 if we keep going. All right. And again, 247 has ranked as 6th. Oklahoma Sooners ranked 12. 247 has them as 15. I agree with this. I think the new quarterback is going to be different. I think Dylan Gabriel leaving. We don't really know. So we'll have to definitely find out. But Brett Venables turned that thing around quickly because he was going to be in trouble after his first year, boy.
Right.
So what's your thoughts on Oklahoma? You agree, disagree, what?
How did I'm on the fence with this one.
They were 6 and 7. So Lincoln Riley, of course, left out of there 10 and 2, 9 and 2, 12 and 2, 12 and 2, 12 and 2. Bob Stoops was rolling 11. Brett Venables comes in there in 2022, 6 and 7, but turns it around the following year, won 10 games last year.
10.
They won 10. It was regular season.
It looked like he's turning around, man. Yeah, he had some big wins at the end of the season last year. Put up 59 on West Virginia, 69 on TCU. He may be turning it around, Hayes. I'll take that.
All right. So 12, Oklahoma. Y'all got to let us know in the chat, too. Now, y'all don't be shy. Y'all agree, disagree, thumbs up, thumbs down. Come on, y'all talk to us now. Interact. And y'all hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Y'all stop playing. Interesting right here. Tennessee Volunteers, 13. 247 has them as 12.
13.
What's your thoughts? And I like Josh Heupel, too. I like Josh Heupel.
You like Josh Heupel?
I do like Josh Heupel.
What you like about Josh?
I like the fact that I've had some interactions with him through recruiting. Spent some time with him in from a recruiting part. Even when he was here at UCF, had a little bit of interaction with him as well. I like his approach to the game. I like the way he looks at it. I like the way he gets, in my opinions, he gets a lot out of his players. I think he also does more with less, but he does it through his play calling. Defensively, it's kind of a mirror image of Lane Kiffin without the social media aspect of it. And I think he gets more. He gets more with less. Defensively, they got to be a little bit better. And their defense was biting, but I think that guy left. The defensive guy they had, he ended up leaving, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll say 13. I'll say 13 is. Yeah, I'll say 13 is fair, just because again. Go ahead.
I'll take 13, and I'm gonna tell you why. Most of their defense comes back. I know they just lost the end to Miami. But this kid in the picture, Nico Lamaleva, I'm gonna go out on a limb, bro. Nico Lamaleva can play. He's a leader. He's tall. He has a gun for an arm. He can play. And then Henry Hooker on his way out of there kind of like deemed him, you know what I'm saying, like stamped him. And I covered him. I seen him in some 7-on-7. So I think they got a guy at the helm, and a lot of this stuff hinges on quarterbacks, bro. Period. A lot of it hinges on quarterbacks. So yeah, man, I like it, and I like Nico.
And I'm gonna say this: Nico ain't no beanpole, because I had a chance to see him during that draft party. Yeah, he was there. Big dude. He got nice sized legs, big arm. He had really transformed his body in that year at Tennessee. I remember seeing him, and I broke his tape down and all that stuff. And you see when the cats, he don't look like the same dude. Like even this picture may not give him just. And he's a nice sized kid, bro. Like he a nice sized kid. Quiet.
He's 6'6", 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, he like he about 6.
He up there, bro.
5.5, 6'6" up in there, up in that joint. All right. So we kind of agree on that. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Who's next on the list? The Michigan Wolverines. Those who stay will be champions. I'll let you go first with the new head coach over there and Sharon Moore, who took over for Jim. I almost said Jim Burt. For Jim Harbaugh, who's going on to the NFL. What's your thoughts, man, with Sharon Moore being first year head coach for the Michigan Wolverines?
I think if he can keep what Harbaugh had going on without the Spygate, or what we called it, what they had going on.
Well, they had all type of stuff going on. They had dudes on the game gate. They had all kind of gates going on.
And the boy was so slick. We didn't know. We was like, is that legal? Is that illegal? What's it like? We wasn't sure what they were doing was right or wrong. Hey, but a lot of times we think that a guy can step in and because he was there, he can keep the culture going and keep what the guy before him had going. And a lot of times it don't work. It don't work because leadership is leadership. You know what I'm saying? My voice isn't your voice.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, he got Donovan Edwards, got a running back. I know he got some big time cornerbacks. May have the best cornerback in college football, Mr. Johnson. He got some pieces over there, and he has a system that he's seen, man. He just has to keep it going. I think the players like him. But Hayes, you can speak on this. Just because the players like a guy, don't mean that guy can get out of them what the previous guy did.
That's a fair point.
Right.
Yeah, just because the players like you doesn't mean you could be the best coach. I'm not saying you can't. That's just because this person was the favorite teacher in the school don't mean he was the best teacher in the school or he was the right teacher for the school. But here's what I will say about Sharon Moore. He's proved it 6 times in a championship year because their head coach was sitting at the couch like this, watching his team get coached by this guy. Hold on, watch this. Watch how funny this is. The head coach is at home like this, watching the game. I sure hope this dude don't blow my championship. 6 times, 3 in the front, 3 in the back. So think about it. Jim Harbaugh finally wins a natty, and he only coached half the season.
What do you?
And this guy beat Penn State.
Yeah.
Did he beat Ohio State? Yeah.
Ohio State, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to give him his credit. I think 14, I will say this, 14 may be okay. I may give them 1 or 2 bumps up just because they are the defending national champions, but they did lose a lot with Blake Corum. Yeah, Donovan Edwards is bad, but Blake Corum was the powerhouse. And, it was a 1-2 punch, but more of a 1-1-1-2 punch. Quarterback, J.J. McCarthy is gone. So I could go with 14, 11, 12, 13, 14, somewhere. And I'm not tripping. But I think Sharon Moore will do great because he does have time on task. And he beat the teams. He didn't beat Mercer. He didn't beat San Jose State. He beat the rivals. And who cares if he cried? Hey, who cares if he cried? Somebody, he's soft because he cried. That man had that today. Trust me, that man been working for a long time, and he had a lot of mental weight on his brain. Trust me, boy. And 247 got him ranked at 7. That's interesting.
Like, what do you think? How do you think he actually beat the teeth of their schedule? You know what I'm saying? Do you think that has more to do with Harbaugh and maybe the system that he has? Or what do you think that is, bro? Because that's pretty tough.
It is. Now, he was also the offensive coordinator, so he wasn't like a position coach and they moved him over. So he was part of the game plan. He had been there for a very long time since Harbaugh had been there. So he had always been a part of the thing. So he starts off. Remember, Harbaugh was suspended the beginning of the season. Am I correct? Yes. Am I correct in saying that? Yes. I'm trying to see. UNLV, Bowling Green.
I don't think it was the beginning.
Yeah, because remember, everybody was saying, okay, y'all suspended Harbaugh, but here are the 3 games. UNLV, Bowling Green, and Rutgers, right? So they were like, Okay, you suspended, but we know Michigan. It's not really a punishment because we know Michigan should beat them even if Harbaugh's present. And so UNLV, they beat them 35-7. Michigan Bowling Green 31-6. Rutgers 31-7. And then Harbaugh comes back. And then he takes over, I believe, Penn State, Maryland, Ohio State. He beats them 24-15, beats Maryland 31-24, and Michigan, Ohio State 30-24.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm all for it. All right, let's roll. Hey, that's gonna be us, Street, right here. That's gonna be us. That's gonna be us, dog.
That little chair workout be popping up everywhere too, but they done put some marketing into that.
Hey, that's gonna be us, dog. That's gonna be me in the middle though. I look more like that dude on the right. But anyway, all right. The Utes, solid program, been kicking butt consistently. I think this guy has been here ever since Urban Meyer left. If I'm not mistaken, this Kyle Willingham, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah. So Utah Utes, let's look at their stuff. Now look at the kind of team they are. 8-5, going from last year backwards. 8-5, 10-4. Uh-oh. Yeah, 8-5, 10-4, 10-4, 3-2. He old too. I'm just talking about the kind of team this is, right? So look at this: 8-5, 10-4, 10-4, 3-2, 11-3, 9-5, 7-6, 9-4, 10-3, 9-4, 5-7. So he's been there, yes, since Urban Meyer left. So he's been there since 2005. Excuse me. So since 2005, Cam Rising comes back, sat out. I think Utah's going to be Utah, and I think this is a fair ranking.
Yeah, Utah, man. Wow. I mean, Utah program has been solid for a while, bro, to the point where that NCAA tier thing came out where they were paying the colleges in tiers. And Utah was in the top tier, bro, with a few colleges. I think Iowa, Utah. You can't really deny what they've been, even though it's been quietly. They're out there on the West Coast. They got a quarterback that was born in 1999. That makes him 26 years old, 25. Got 3 kids. He cut the grass. Motherfucker got 401k. That makes a big difference, though.
That boy owed the IRS. He filed zero. He done filed zero for dependents, knowing he got 3 kids.
Yeah, boy. That boy leaving practice, dropping the kids off at school with his equipment still on. Well, grown man out there, dog.
Got the kids rubbing his back after a long practice. Yeah. I'm fair with it. I think 15 is fair.
I remember one time, dog, we was at State, dog, and we was watching Nick Calathia's team, dog. The Air Academy was killing everybody, bro. And we thought that they had a few old players, right? But we wasn't sure. And we saw them after a game, like sitting in the stands. And a couple of dudes had both of their knees iced. We was like, man, high school kids don't do shit like that. Like both of their knees wrapped up in ice. Just they were hurt. They wasn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? They rested. Like, we were like, man, high school kids don't do stuff like that. What the hell is that about?
Oh boy, straight out of JUCO. All right, let's rock a little bit. Oh God, somebody slap these fools. Louisville Cardinals.
Well, hey,
they going 16. They're going 16. 247 has them ranked as 20th. And I'm going with 247 on this. They need to be 20th. I'm biased as all get out. And I don't care who don't like it. Hit the subscribe button if you don't like it.
Why you biased, dog?
Cuz, dog, my beloved Canes need to whoop these fools, man.
Man, he put on the coaching clinic versus the Canes last year, dog.
Come on, Street.
A coaching clinic versus the Canes last year. And then they attacked the transfer portal in the offseason. They brought in Ja'Cory Brooks from Alabama. Attacked the transfer portal. They got the running back out of Miami. What that kid name is? What the running back name is?
Don Chaney.
Don Chaney. Do they have the big boy too, or the big boy transfer, right? The boy from Toledo.
Penny Boone.
Penny Boone at UCF. Yeah, they had Penny Boone for a cup of coffee on UCF. But that's wild because those last two games that they played where they struggled with Florida State and no quarterback and then got obliterated by USC in that bowl game. But like I said, these teams, they re-up with the transfer portal and like you don't know who they are. So you kind of try to add that part in, you know what I'm saying? The transfer portal part. And because they were on the list for losing a bunch of guys at one point in time, right? In the transfer portal. Yeah. So let's like these polls are like shooting in the dark. Because watching their last two games, you was like, oh, maybe they wasn't what we thought they were. I think USC quarterback threw 6 touchdowns against them or something crazy.
Here's what I'll say. I hate to admit this, but that dang on Jeff Brom. Jeff Brom, first season at Louisville, 10 regular season wins. But people are going to say, well, coach, they had players. Shut it up. Prior to that, Scott Satterfield was 8-5, 6-7, 4-7, 8-5. Bobby Petrino, old motorcycle man, was 2-10, 8-5, 9-4, 8-5, 9-4. Charlie Strong was the first 10-win team back with Teddy Bridgewater. Not the first, but the last since this guy. This guy steps in and drops a dime on his first season. And I don't want to harp on this, but in year 3, we can't get a dime. I ain't with it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go far. I said my piece about Louisville being number 20. I will say I think it's about fair. Be honest, 16 ain't bad. The man 10 win. He's there. Whatever. Ooh. We getting out of the pictures now. So we showing. All right, let's go. We showing 17, 18, 19. There ain't no more pictures. So we can talk about all 3 of these at the same time. USC Trojans. This right here for Lincoln Riley. Is this low? 17?
Low?
I'm asking, do you think it's low? 17, 247 got him ranked 21. Do you think that's a low ranking for a guy like Lincoln Riley who has a pretty good track record? Not so much last year, but in general, he's got a pretty good track record, dog.
I think what's hurting Lincoln Riley is he loses Caleb Williams, right? His quarterback showed some promise in the bowl game. But out of their last 6 games, hey, they was 1-5.
Yeah.
They went 1-5 at the end of the season. Lost to Notre Dame, lost to Utah, lost to Washington, Oregon, UCLA. It's a tough schedule. I mean, but but yeah, they went 1-5, and then they went into the bowl game and beat Louisville 42-28. You know, USC looking at these rankings like, man, what the? You could at least put us in front of Louisville, the team that we thought.
See, yeah, I don't know, dog. Oof. I don't know. That thing on the thing about Lincoln Riley, he'll pull some out of his hat. He, like I say, he went to Oklahoma, did a great job. I don't know what happened at USC last year. Why? I think defensively they were just terrible.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this, maybe the guys started to idle it down and was like, you know what? We ain't finna do all this. You know what I mean? I don't know, but historically, he's been pretty good, dog. Like historically, Lincoln Riley, I'm looking at his head coaching record. Watch this. This is his head coaching record. Started at Alabama 2017. Was 12-2. His first time being a head coach. 12-2, 12-2, 12-2, 9-2, 10-2, Oklahoma. Goes to USC 11-3, and then goes 8-5. That was his worst record overall in his 7-year tenure as being a head coach.
Hmm.
And has, what does he have? 2 Heisman Trophy winners? Does he have 2?
2, 3, I think.
Caleb Williams. I think he had a runner-up. I don't know. But USC, I don't know. I get why they did this. I'm not mad at it. I still think it's lower than what it's going to be. I really do. I think it's lower than what it's going to be. I think they finished a little bit higher than this. But I may be wrong, bro. Montre says 3. In 7 years, he's had 3 Heisman winners. Yeah, Baker Mayfield. We had Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and Caleb Williams. Bro, in 7 years of coaching, 7 years of coaching, one of them being a COVID year, this dude got 3 Heisman Trophy winners, bro. Bruh. I can't count him out, dog. I can't count him out. So I don't know. I think it'll be higher.
They can.
Huh?
I agree with it, though. I agree with it.
Okay.
I can rock with it.
I can see it around.
Next we got Iowa. Wait.
Yeah, I would have been okay around 13. No, I'm saying around 13. I would have been with that. Okay, Iowa.
Iowa Hawkeyes.
Iowa's one of these
in
teams.
That top tier. It was in that top tier too, bro.
Yeah, because they're consistent. Iowa is a team that will wreck your season. You play them in week 9, 10, 11. You might not be going at this time. Like, back in the day, you definitely weren't going to be playing for a championship. They might knock you out of the doggone conference championship. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, man.
Right.
It's just a hard-nosed playing team. They don't have all of the greatest athletes. They don't have, you know what I mean? If you just look at them, I don't know how many 5 stars they have, but well coached, kind of like Utah. It's just a solid program.
Didn't they survive a scandal? Wasn't that Iowa they said was taking the lunch cards?
Oh, I don't know. That's new for me now.
Didn't they survive a scandal?
Maybe. I haven't heard that, but okay. I'm with you.
Coach was taking their lunch cards. That's how he was punishing them. A running back had said that. No, listen, Iowa the last 5 years, man, they won 3 games. They won 10 games 3 times in the last 5 years.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Raise your hand if your school has won 3 games 10 times. It's won 10 times in the last 5 years, 3 10-win seasons. Boy, why couldn't I say that? They've been very consistent. 10-4 last year. Go ahead.
No, I was saying here's a real stank stat since people love to talk about ranking. 2023, they were the 41st composite rank, 56 in the transfer portal. They had 1 5-star, 4-star, and he was pointed out at 90. Everybody else was 3-star and below. That was in 2022. 23. In 2022, they had the 1 5-star Xavier and Wakpa, the receiver. 1 4-star, everybody else 3 stars. They were ranked 30th overall, 128th in the transfer portal, and they still out here dropping 10 games. Street. When I get to my beloved Canes, and y'all can't tell me we can't win 10 games in the ACC, and these people playing in the Big Ten, we're going to have beef.
No. Their coach, Kirk Ferentz, when he's been there so long, I'm gonna run off some names for you that was playing college football since he's been there. Their coach Kurt Ferentz has been there so long. He's been there since Peter Warwick was playing. Peter Warwick was playing college football since he's been there. Ron Dane, Chris Winkie, Michael Vick was in college. Sean Alexander was in college football when this man started coaching at Iowa. LeVar Arrington, Plexico Burrs. No, there's something significant to continuity.
Yes.
And keeping these coaches.
Yes. Yes.
And it seems like these smaller schools get it. They not try to be the dead horse. They stay in their lane and they do it with systems, continuity, culture, and eventually they become respectable.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want Mario Cristobal for 20 years?
So Kansas State, ranked number 19. I'm cool with Iowa. I'm cool with Iowa.
Like I said.
Huh? What happened? I didn't hear you. My headphones went out, huh? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Is this thing on?
Hurricanes keeping Mario for 20 years. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Y'all down with that?
Is this thing on? Is this thing on?
Where Mitty at when you need him?
I agree with Iowa. That sounds about right. All right, let's go to Kansas State while they answer that. Kansas State Wildcats have been making a move here in the past couple of years. I'm going to go down here. Oh, my God, Virginia Tech. Let me just do this right quick. Kansas State has been making some moves. They were another program that, okay. They were 8-win team, 5-win team. Well, Chris Killman, did I say it right?
Chris,
in the past two years has won 10 games, 10-win season at Kansas State, and 9 wins last year with a 1,000-yard rusher. Might I add you? With a 1,000-yard rusher and the addition.
Kansas State program.
Huh?
I envy Kansas State program, bro.
Why?
How do they do it?
That's
This isn't the first time they've been good. How do they do it, dog?
They had Sproles and them boys too with Bill Snyder.
I walk out the house in South Florida and trip over a 5-star. How did Kansas State say, you know what I'm saying?
You know how they do it? Because Bill Snyder has been the coach at Kansas State since 1989, and he left in 2018.
Didn't he come back? He didn't come back?
No, he never left.
He's still there?
No, he's gone now. They got a new coach. But again, like you said, how do they do it? Let's look at Kansas State. Let's look at let's look at their recruiting ranking. Oh, golly, man. This is too much pressure, bro.
Coaching and culture.
Bro, they don't even have a 4-star. In 2024, they ranked 57, 65th in the transfer portal, and their highest ranked player has an 88. He's a 3-star. Their highest ranked player is the 92nd best player in his position, the 87th best player in their state. That's their highest ranked player, dog, for 2024. Right. And in 2023, Lord Jesus. 2020,
Lord.
In 2023, they were ranked 33, 66 in the transfer portal, 2 4-stars, everybody else 3 stars. And in 2022, they were ranked 63rd. Hold up, dog. No. I'm not gonna believe this. Oh, these were JUCOs. Okay, I'm gonna say, hold up. I ain't going for that. Because their first player wasn't even ranked. had NA next to his name. Back then, he had a 4-star. They had 2 4-stars. Everybody else with 3 stars, and the highest rank was 91. And they got the second best player in the state of Kansas to go to from Wichita, Kansas. So, tell me why we can't win 10 games. I'll call you a liar. But anyway, that's where I am with it. 19. That's fair. I ain't tripping, especially off what the trajectory they're going on now. 10 wins, 9 wins. I'll take it. Where you at, man? Talk to me.
Kansas State. Nah, Kansas State, man, they deserve it. Like I say, man, pretty impressive what they do, to say the least, and how they do it.
Yeah, I mean, bro, look at these punks right here. The Virginia Tech Turkeys in the building, ranked number 20th. 247 got them ranked 24th. I think they should be 30th.
Tech.
Talk to me, man. What's your thoughts?
Tech. I got a friend that called me every day talking about how good Tech looked in the spring game. That they had a bunch of short wide receivers that they was balling. I see a lot of rankings, man, that's giving them a lot of love. They seem to, I mean, they're bringing back their quarterback. Drones threw for 2. Let me see what his stats last year. He threw for 2,000. Let's see. 6'2", 200. That boy 6'2", 231. Boy, that boy running back, boy.
Hey, big
17 touchdowns last year, 3 interceptions, threw for 2,000 yards last year. It's the same kid we saw in the video with Shador and
One Night in Miami.
Ford. Yeah, what'd you say? One Night in Miami, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, that same kid. They get a lot of high praise, man, but I don't know. They got to show me something. I ain't going off nobody's spring game. Last year they were 7-6. Did they play a bowl game, Hayes?
Yeah.
And they beat Tulane. They beat Tulane in the bowl game, 41-20.
That's what made them 7-6. They were 6-16.
They beat Louisville. They thumped Louisville 34-3.
I'm getting hot.
They beat Virginia 55-17.
I'm getting hot. Bro, these are 2 people ranked higher than us. Listen to why I'm about to be pissed. I get Louisville. They dropped a dime sack. This team was 6-6 last year, dog. What have they added more than Miami to make for them to be ranked 20th?
What?
What have they? This is the post-spring. Listen to that. Post-spring poll. What has Virginia Tech added in the transfer portal that makes them rank higher than us? They only have 7 transfers. 7. They got Arcalo Spencer. Okay. Curtis Perry. Colin Schlee. Kelvin Gilman. Montavious Cunningham. Anais Peebles. And Sam Brumfield. That's it. What are we doing here, dog? I disagree with this wholeheartedly. They should be in the 30s. And that's my bias, and I'm sticking with it.
In the 30s. The 30s. Nobody talks about people in the 30s, dog.
Exactly. No team in college football returns more starters than the Hokies, who were red hot to end the 23 in the ACC. Red hot. They were 6-6.
Told you what it was.
Man, get that crap out of here, man. Man, F these dudes. Let's go.
Told you what it was.
Missouri Tigers, man, have gotten better. I have to say the Missouri Tigers have gotten better. Let's get to this 25 and we can be done. We don't have to come back and visit. I'm getting hot.
Yeah,
hot.
They got a hell of a wide receiver crew. Missouri. Everybody think it's just the one guy, but it's actually not. If you go check out their stats.
Luther Burton.
Missouri.
Luther Burton can play, boy.
Luther Burton. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Unexpectedly having to replace defensive coordinator Blake Baker, who departed for LSU.
Luther Burton and freshman William.
He can play too. Williams Nawarni.
A freshman and freshman. He's a freshman, ain't he?
Yeah.
Brady Cook, the quarterback. They bring back Brady Cook. I take Missouri at 21, man. You know they get the SEC bias.
That's fair, though. No, I'm not mad. I think they play well. Now, here's a big jump. Look at this. 247 got them from 21. 247 put them at 8.
8.
Holy
whoa.
smokes.
There you go. We shooting in the dark, dog. There you go.
You gone too far. All right. North Carolina State. Here's
talk to her.
I'm getting mad, dog. I'm getting mad.
They got Coastal Carolina quarterback, dog.
Oklahoma tailback Hollywood Smothers broke his tape down. He's good back. Ohio State pass catcher Noah Rogers. We don't even play them this year.
Nope.
NC State has been the fact that we lost that game because we couldn't score a touchdown. We lost the game 20-6. God bless it. I'm trying to think here, bro. They won 9 games. This Dave Dorian, not bad at him. Solid coach. He's been there for some time. He's been there since 2013. He's hitting his consistent mark. Has not broken the 10-win games yet, but being consistent, he's got some players. I'm just saying it's not right because I'm being biased, but to be honest, I'm not mad at it.
I'll take it, man. They're another team that, man, he got his freshman wide receiver / quarterback up to play against Miami. Coached him up and threw him out there. Him and Concepcion, man, killed Miami. Had Tyler Van Dyke looking like a deer in headlights. I'll take him. I'll take him at 20. I'll take him at 22.
All right. Kansas. Oh, there go my beloved Canes, which I still think they're 24 spots too far down. Here's what I'm going to say, Cedar Street. Kansas Jayhawks. People don't want to hear this. This was the worst football team in college. At Colorado was not the worst. You want to know why? I'm going to read this off before Lance Leopold, who's the new coach, got there. Les Miles was the coach before Lance Leopold. I'm going to read it and go backwards, if you don't mind. Starting in 2020. 0-9, 3-9, 3-9, 1-11, 2-10, 0-12, 3-9, 3-9, 1-11, 2-10, 3-9, 5-7, and then finally with Mark Mangino was 8-5 and then 12-1. That's all the way back to 2007. Colorado was winning 4 games. They were winning less than 4. And this guy Leopold comes in. His first season goes 2-10. Says everybody want to say, oh, the previous year was 0-9. What a jump. Goes 2-10. Next year goes 6-7. The following year goes 9-4 with a 1,000-yard rusher.
Right.
I think they should be 25 because I need room for my Canes.
Kansas did the thing last year, though. I ain't mad at them.
In the Big 12. And they won the Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
The what?
The Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
The Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
We need to have a bowl game, Street. The Hayes Street Bowl. You want to do it?
The Hayes Street Bowl. We want to do that trash?
Nah. We're going to take the cars out the mall parking lot, roll some carpet out, and mark that thing off. We ain't got no money like that. Maybe we could do it at Norland Practice Field.
What?
Maybe we could do the bowl game at Norland Practice Field.
Hey, no. No, this is what I remember about Kansas season last year. Let me show you.
Hey, Norland got some twins over there, boy. Woo woo.
Yeah,
or brothers.
They've been there for a while too, bro. Big boys.
I wish you remember
about Kansas. This is what I remember about Kansas. It's what I remember about Kansas season last year.
Take a little more than that, too. On the jet sweep, what a hit! Oh, he broke some without an incident. I'll take a little more than that, too. On the jet sweep, what a hit! Oh, he broke some smoke! And he's on fire! Touchdown, Kansas! Kobe Bryant!
Look at the stands, dog.
The mentality right here. Kobe. He saw it coming all the way. He saw wide receiver Parker Kingston, who has been a big playmaker for BYU on the wide receiver reverse. And watch where he puts his shoulder. Boom! Ooh. That's as good as it gets. That's the kind of big
cornerback. That dude, that's one of the top cornerbacks in the nation, bro. That's all I remember from Kansas City last year, though.
That boy in La La Land. That dude in straight La La Land. All right. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all going to clap it up for the best team in the land. This right here,
you know, lost their mind.
Is blasphemy. 247, you're not as blasphemous. But 24th, dog, post spring.
Yep.
24, dog. I could go with 14 because we got to prove it. But again, we know it's going to be 7 more polls before we start the season. It's going to be the post spring. It's going to be the pre-summer. It's going to be the summer poll. It's going to be the post-summer poll, pre-fall poll. So Mario Cristobal not done yet in the transfer portal. He continued to bolster what is shaping up to be Miami's best-looking depth chart in years. The addition of several vital pieces up front and at the skill spots, including Washington State quarterback Cam Ward, makes the Hurricanes one of the headliners in the ACC. The headliners, and we behind 3 ACC teams. Get the F out of here, man. There's no excuse. I like this part now. There's no excuse why Miami shouldn't be challenging for a spot inside the top. Oh, I don't like that. Top 15 entering November. Still have to prove it, however. And that's what I think Mario Cristobal's coaching legacy, and I hate to say it, if he doesn't win these games this year, that becomes his coaching legacy. He can't win it. He always has to prove it. Do you agree or disagree with that, Street?
He has to prove it, bro. Miami has let a lot of people down for the last few years. I agree. He definitely has to prove it.
But do you think that becomes his coaching legacy if he doesn't make a big splash this year?
No. I don't think it becomes his coaching legacy. I think it's too early. I think as long as he keep winning in recruiting, he's going to keep erasing what he does in the season. Eventually that gas will run out, but not quite yet. bro. I mean, he stacked the cupboard, loaded the bases down in Miami, dog.
And we still in third plate. Like, we still in home plate right now, dog. Against a trash schedule. Think about it. And here's the wild part about it. As bad as our schedule is, Louisville is a team that we play, and these dang old Turkeys is a team that we play. Other than that, ain't nobody else even in the top 50, dog. I'm sorry, let me go scroll. I know I'm out of. Even Liberty is ranked 29th. Look at this. Nobody else we play on our schedule. Even Florida is ranked 33rd, dog. Nobody else. No, there's nobody else we play on our schedule in the top 50.
Wow.
Nobody in the top 50, bro. Jesus. All right. We got one more. The Nebraska Cornhuskers. $247 says not ranked. 247 says not ranked.
Oh, they just snuck back in the top 25.
Top 25, dog. What you think, bro?
Nebraska was bad for a minute there, bro. Matt Rule hasn't announced. Yeah, I guess they got Dylan Raiola. He's a freshman quarterback, though, bro. I don't think Nebraska. I ain't feeling that.
Yeah, I think they should be in the 30s. The thing I will say about Matt Rule, he does get better over time. It is a freshman quarterback, which could be a good thing for Nebraska. You stuck with him for 3 years. So that's a spot that hopefully, I know the transfer pool is out there, but hopefully that's something you don't have to worry about for 3 years. Minimum. So, and they got a couple pieces in. Matter of fact, that's where your boy Corey Collier went. And he left from there. The cornerback. Right. Corey Collier. Their defense is pretty good, and they're coming back. I'm surprised they didn't mention it in this little write-up. But yeah, I don't think they're in the top 25. I don't think they're in the top 25. Real quick, man, we'll go down some of these few that they have left because this is actually top 50. Texas A&M Aggies, 26. Iowa State, 27. Help me, Lord. Oklahoma State. Liberty Flames, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Boise, Florida Gators. Bro, if you're the Florida Gators and you next to James Madison University, no knock on James Madison, powerhouse in 8 conference, but that's James Madison. Think about who you're surrounded by, Florida. You're surrounded behind Boise and James Madison in Memphis. Flameboro Billy, help is on the way. It's called a U-Haul. You gonna haul your A right up out of there on August 31st.
Flameboro Billy.
Flameboro Billy. And her boy seat ain't hot. That thing flame broiled.
Flameboro Billy.
Anyway, Arizona, I'm surprised is as low as they are with the quarterback and the receiver. UCF, I'm surprised is as low as it is. Well, they went 6-6 in the Big 12 last year. They got a lot coming back. They brought KJ Jefferson. They brought Ja'Cory Harris. They got a 1,000-yard rusher. They added Penny Boone to the fix. Taquan Fagan is a cornerback over there from
Agiye High. What is it?
Agiye
Hall. They had a top 10 running back in the nation already. And when your boy Ja'Cory Brown, you said they got Ja'Cory Harris. They better not have Ja'Cory Harris.
Yeah, Ja'Cory Brown, excuse me.
My boy Ja'Cory Brown, when my boy Ja'Cory Brown get the ham, it's over.
Here's another thing. Let's not forget defense. They got Derek LeBlanc from right here out of Kissimmee who went to Oklahoma, came back. John Walker, I call him Blue Label because that thing on fire. He can play. He a young guy, but he can play. Right there from Kissimmee, from Osceola, Kissimmee. There's some players there, man. There's some players in here. And the fact that the UNLV Rebels is in the same. Oh my God, bro. Hold up. You know I got to take one little shot though. I'm sorry, because you know where I'm from, Wright Street. Let's go back to. Hold on. Let's go back to our regular scheduled programming here. And get off my face, dog. You know I'm from the dark side, Street. I hate to be that guy, Street. I hate to be that guy, dog. I'm from the dark side.
The dark side,
And
dog.
You see my sign, right? And me being from the dark side, Street. Those writers are some haters. They some haters, dog.
They hate you?
Dog, they hate no Colorado, dog. Colorado can't get in the top 50, dog. That's terrible, bro. I'm being for real, for real. You got the UNLV Rebels over Colorado, dog. That's terrible, dog.
You think they should be in the top 50?
At least in the top. Look, I'm from the dark side. But they should be in the top 50, dog. Come on, bro. You gonna tell me they're not even in the top 50? That's sad, dog. That is some hate, dog. That's some hate.
You think they deserve to be in the top 50?
Over UNLV, UTSA, yes.
I mean, but them schools don't have to play. You right, dog.
Yeah, dog.
I digress. You right.
Dog. They ain't even in the top 50, dog. Somebody said UNLV. I don't care if they had an 8-win season, dog.
Yeah. You talking about ranking teams. Like, what are you trying to say? You trying to say UNLV will beat Colorado? Like, what are they trying to say?
I don't know what they're trying to say. I know what they said, and I don't agree with it. Because, dog, that's, bro.
Let's get on up out of here, bro.
All right, man. You got your own? See how? I think I got one. Hold on.
So
what
you
am I
think
talking?
you got one?
I think I bookmarked one earlier. Hold up. Oh,
Look,
yeah.
man,
You better not take mine. Nigga. I'm be pissed.
So if people don't know what On See How is, every day we put up something, and it's like, On See How Coach Hayes' mama ate 50 hamburgers in one sitting. And then we'll show you something. But today's On See How is brought to you by IOD Squad, Invest or Die. That's a Discord we created, man, where we trade every day. We trade in the stock market. We do crypto. You come in there, man. And if you ever thought about getting in the stock market, long-term, short-term, my options, we do it every day, man. Football guys, we're in there trading. We put out plays every day. So we put out stocks every morning that you could jump in. Just text us, 786-405-9499. And my On See How, bro, it's not really a On See How. My On See How just shout out to Zaire Wade. Happy birthday. Dwayne Wade's son. Listen, man, I tip my hat, you know what I'm saying, to Dwayne Wade for showing us just love for his son, bro.
Lord Jesus.
I have to follow Zaire Wade because we got 600,000 followers, dog.
Lord Jesus.
But this is Dwayne Wade, right? Son. You know what I'm saying? That's I don't know the wording or how you say it. That's living as a, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how you say it, but I tip my hat to Dwayne Wade, man, for showing love to his son because the world is going to ridicule him. Like, Hayes, you have kids, you sitting in the house one night, and little Derek walk up to you at 7 and be like, Daddy, I feel like a girl. What you gonna do, dog?
All I'm gonna say is, Lord Jesus.
What you gonna do, dog?
Lord Jesus.
Dog? So listen, man.
Hey, we finna go get in the world. We finna get into the women's track and win the 100. That's what we finna do. Everybody else doing it.
What you gonna do, dog? You ain't gonna do nothing but love them. You can't do nothing but love them.
That's fair. That's fair.
Right. So shout out to Wade, bro. So because listen, as tough as it may be for a guy with an alpha guy Well, we don't know if he's an alpha, but we know he played sports at the highest level. It gotta be tough for him, but that's his son. So what up? Let's run it. Happy birthday, 17th birthday.
Do you think Michael Jackson? I mean, you think Magic Johnson's son? And they like? No, I'm going to be in a very serious conversation. I'm not trying to be funny. Do you think that Magic Johnson's son had a conversation with them being kids of stars and being older, having that conversation? Do you think that would be a wise conversation because they're living kind of the same lives?
No, if Magic Johnson ever embraced his son like Dwayne Wade did.
No, but I'm talking about the sons, the kids talk. His son and what's his name, Zion?
Yeah. Magic Johnson's son about 6'9" too. I know Magic Johnson. Shit.
What you gonna do, Street? Hold on, what you gonna do, Street? What you gonna do, Street?
That boy could have been a singer. That boy said he want a Vogue.
Get your ass.
I know Magic like.
Listen, bro, I get it, but I'm oh Jesus, I'm talking about a serious. Like, I think maybe I'm wrong, and I don't know them and their personalities, but I think there's so much similarities here. Meaning, man said he want to vote.
His son about 6'8", 260.
No, but no Street.
I was attacking, but that boy want to vote.
Street, welcome to the dark side, Street. No, but a serious conversation in regards to being the child of a star. Magic Johnson, his father, Dwayne Wade, his father, or their father. Excuse me. I think it should be a good, like a mentorship. I think would be the right way to say it. How to navigate. You know what I'm saying? But how to navigate this, how to navigate because they're 17.
Right.
What does that look like when you go to school, college, get a job? How do you navigate these rooms? Whatever. But anyway.
Yeah, man. I mean, so for people just checked in, yeah, this is honestly how, but this is something that I always, you know what I'm saying, I commend Dwayne Wade for, because I know it has to be tough for him, but you got to love your kids. And I don't think it's something like we laugh, where people laugh about it, but I don't think it's something that you can shake out of a kid. Like, I don't think it's like, I've never seen a kid go dressed like a girl at 7, 8, 9, 10, and then no longer. I've never seen it. I've seen little girls have tomboy, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, I'm the one who think that I believe that people are born that way. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, some have experiences and they do different things. But yeah, if you've born that way, like if you know what I'm saying, if you're born that way, like what could your parents do?
Nothing. There's nothing you can do.
Nothing.
But new rule, dog. You got to show me these before you put them up, because you caught me off guard, dog. I'm the player, which is all good.
Dwayne Wade and Zad Wade, man. Wade County, man.
Yeah. All right. I don't see how is brought. Well, let's take that down. I don't see how is brought to you by Coach Hayes Football. Canes Talk Live in 15 minutes. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're there. Hit the subscribe button on the way. Here's my I don't see how. I'm going to let this play. Most of y'all probably seen it. Most of you haven't. But I don't see how people can't put 2 and 2 together. Or maybe they've been listening to Terrence Howard and they believe 1 times 1 is 2. Let's see.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present in Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
What?
Watch this. Watch this. It gets better.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
Watch this.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter. Up possibly 2 to 4 weeks that the court would allow.
So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving, and
What?
he didn't have a license.
It gets good right here. Watch this.
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his
Yes.
record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
What?
Watch this.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Whoa.
Idiot,
my-
dog.
And then he said, "Oh my God."
Street. We dealing with pure idiots here, Street. Pure dumbness, dog.
Bro. But you know what, Hayes? I can see how somebody make that mistake.
First of all, you late.
See, I can see it, though. I can see it, though.
I could too. However, I could too. Oh man, I could too. However, bro, that's like you going to a drug case and you're talking about, excuse me, Yana.
That's one of the best videos I've seen in a long time, dog. That is content right there, dog.
And the judge said, you know what? Revoke his junk. Turn himself in by 6 p.m. You going to your doctor's office? Going to the doctor.
And then he said, "Oh my God." Oh my God. He could have came in without a camera. He could have did a lot.
He's talking about, yep, pulling into the doctor's office right now.
He could have said, "I'm in the passenger seat," and just pulled on the side of the road.
First of all, you're pulling over to the doctor. So are you right on time for your doctor's appointment and you rushing this? Or are you early for the doctor and you like, bro, there's no thoughts, dog.
You never booked, but one obviously took precedent over the other.
But here's the problem, Street. Here's the legitimate problem. I get it if he was there for something else and then the judge finds out, like looking at his record, hey man, you don't even have a driver's license, bro. What you doing driving? I get that. You are going to court for driving with the suspended license. Like that's what your court case is about. And you on video talking about pulling up to the doctor's office right now. I'm parked.
No, he was not thinking about why he was going to court. He just thought about, I got a court case today. And the lawyer, shout out to the lawyer. The lawyer tried to throw it up there. Your Honor, we're trying to get this thing continued for 4 weeks, Your Honor. We can get it continued, Your Honor.
And she couldn't lie. So he was just driving. She's like, that. You're right, Your Honor. You're right.
Listen, if y'all don't understand court, the lawyers and the judges, they all know it. They're on the same side, kind of. They all know each other.
Yeah.
Like the judge used to be like, it's kind of like the agents in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Reggie. Right there. Reggie. That was AI generated, Your Honor. I was at home on the couch.
I was just joking with you.
I was in the metaverse. I was in the metaverse, Your Honor.
Nah, Your Honor, that's one of them Zoom backgrounds. I'm just joking.
I'm just joking. I just wear a seatbelt in the house. I just wear a seatbelt in the house. I'm like, Your Honor, can I get credit? At least I have my seatbelt on.
No, that was good, y'all. That was good. Now I gotta go find that video, bro. That was
It's all over the internet. Carson said, go ahead. You know you can't drive a new car like them old caddy. You can't be, you know, I used to have that stiff arm. You be whipping that thing. Like Undercover Brother. You ever seen that? He had the drink in his hand. It's about you never seen Undercover Brother? The intro?
Yeah.
Oh man. Man, let's get out of here, man. We'll be right back on in 10 minutes. So, with all that being said, we appreciate y'all, man. This is Hayes Street. Appreciate 444 people in the building. We are in Myrtle Beach right now, looking at that murky water. It ain't the Caribbean. Yeah, ain't nothing in there but some old diapers, a couple shopping carts, might be somebody old caddy dumped off in the ocean out there. A cruise ship done dumped their load. But don't worry about it. We go swimming. We good to go. So with all that being said, man, we'll catch y'all in about 24 hours, man. Anything, Street?
Peace.
Peace.